What's up, everybody, man? This is yours truly, Chris, man, from That Square Sports. And today we're doing the mock draft of the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears. Justin Fields' new team, basically, leading them into victory for the next season. Honestly, tell you the truth, I like what they've done this offseason. They've done a lot. They've got a lot of coaching changes. They're headed in the right direction. It looks like they got rid of Matt Nagy, which was needed a long time ago, but hey, it is what it is. Trubisky kind of saves his job. There's nothing more to that. But anyways, the Bears this year, they have 5 total picks. They're picking at 39, 71, 147, 149, and 184. They have in their mock selections for the first 3 rounds, they have Khair Elam out of Florida, defensive back, and they have Christian Watson out of North Dakota State. I like both picks, but I think there's more need than these two right away. I think in the draft they need to address, and in the back end of the draft in the later rounds, I think they can get them the back to back and double dip. With that being said, top priority, I think their first pick, especially picking at number 39, they need to get Logan Hall out of the University of Houston. They need another edge rusher. I think Khalil Mack is getting up there in age. Plus, on top of that, his potential trade could go to the Chiefs, could go to the Colts. Some team that needs him right away that can help him win a Super Bowl, kind of what the Rams did. I just feel like Khalil Mack's stock in the Bears is not as invested as everyone else's. So why not bring in a younger version of him? You got him right there at 37. I think he's going to be a golden pick. Why not get Logan Hall out of U of H? It fits perfect. To me, it fits very perfect. 6'6", 270, a little bit young, 40 time, not the strongest, 4'5". Well, actually, no, that's pretty good. It's pretty good for a big guy. 4'5" is not bad at all. So, he can chase you down. You can move him around. I just see him as a great fit, especially at 37. That's a really, really good pick. Next up, again, the Bears are picking at 71. And I know we were talking about getting a wide receiver. I think that Christian Watson will be gone. However, there's a guy named Tysir Mack out of the University of Pittsburgh. Had a bit rocky season this year, but last year, prior to that in the 2020 season, especially with Kenny Pickett, really good receiver, a lot of great yardage. He can catch the ball after a catch. He's just really a decent receiver, 4'5", 6'2", 190, can get his weight up a little bit, but he's a really fast runner. I think he's more of a screen pop player. I don't expect him to come in and be the number one receiver right away. No. But what I think the Bears are looking for is a good third down receiver, somebody who come across the middle, someone who can, just move the chains. And he's more of a possession receiver, but don't get it twisted. He can actually break off too and get some good yardage as well. He kind of fits in. His comp would be like an Anthony Lazar, or, more so like an Emmanuel Sanders, that type player is what I see him as. But at 71, Tysir Mack, if he's there, you take him. At 147 in the 5th round, I really like these next 3 picks going forward for the Bears. But at 147, especially in the 5th round, I have this guy named Josh Rivez. When I tell you, Josh Rivez out of Kansas State is probably one of the best steals at offensive lineman in this draft. He is one of the best steals at offensive lineman in this draft. He is a human wall. He can play guard. He can play center. He can play the line just in general, right? 40 time, 4'3". I don't think you care about that. But to be honest with you, 6'6", 320, young dude. All the people in the draft are young. But I'm just saying, though, a little bit younger than usual. He's 21. So you got your 10-year player right here in the later rounds, in the 3rd round, especially if you're picking at 147, of course, and you got him there. I think you take him. And then, 2 picks up at 149, you can address the defense if you want to. But Josh Rivers, he can play, man. He is lights out. He's a human wall. You really want to look at some highlights. Watch him in the OU game. Watch him in the Nevada game. Watch him in the Kansas game, of course. I know Kansas is not really that good, but how they utilize him in their counterattack, pulling the guard over, he literally cleans people out. And I'm talking about he's going against edge rushers, and he's going against linebackers cleaning them out. So it'd be best fit for them, I think, to help them out, especially adding him on the line with Justin Fields. That's a dynamic duo that can, obviously help him out a lot. David Montgomery can open up the holes for him if Tyree Cohen decides to come back. It's another great asset being added, especially on that offensive line. Picking at 149, I think they go ahead and address the defense again, and they get Daniel Wright out of the University of Alabama. So he kind of had what you call an interesting career in college. To be honest with you, he didn't play like amazing, like a true Bama player. But I'll say this, the injury kind of slowed him up. However, if you really want to see him play how he played the Georgia games, and of course my favorite, I'm a Texas A&M fan, so watching him against A&M light up against Khalil Mack, I'm talking about it was them two versus each other in this game, and basically Daniel Wright won. This guy's intelligent at safety. I think you can put him at strong safety too, to be honest with you, but he plays free safety or whatever. And this guy, what I was looking on his highlight tape is he's great in space. And I mean, I watched the highlight against him going against a guy from Georgia. And I think it was the Washington kid, the 6'7" guy. I mean, he pulls him back. And he's got a lot of upper body strength. So he pulls him back so he doesn't get the first down. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, man, guy who's 6'1" going against a 6'7" dude, and he's 195. Dude, he's about same. He's same as me, and I'm looking at him like, yo, this guy's got that daddy strength as a child. So seeing Daniel Wright in this position, they probably have projected him going undrafted, but I think that he would fit perfect for the Bears, especially being added back there with that secondary. It really would help them out a lot, even more so. And he's younger, he gets him right. That's what I think they should do at 149. And the last pick of the draft at 184 is Raheem Blackshear. Raheem Blackshear, when I tell you, he is probably the Swiss Army knife of the running backs in this draft. Transfer kid, he started ball out there in New Jersey with Rutgers, originally from Philadelphia area. But man, when I tell you, like if you watch his Rutgers tape, he is killing me. And it's not against like small schools, right? This is against Wisconsin. This is against Michigan. This is against European states. And these are all like, when they had like, Micah Parsons, stuff like that over there in these schools. So he's playing against them. And there's a highlight tape of him where he's sitting people down. Not saying that, Rutgers had a great line, but he transfers over to Virginia Tech. And I think because he's a transfer kid, when you transfer, a lot of people aren't going to follow you as much. It's not like, the NFL, oh, he got traded. But so that kind of hurt his stock, and it got him pushed way, way back. To me, honestly, tell you the truth, he's more of like a David Montgomery. And it's funny because David Montgomery plays for the Bears, so it's like getting another version of him. He's also like a Tyree Cohen, but he's not as fast, so he's in the middle. So his comp will be those two players in the NFL, and I think that if they draft another guy like that, it's even a better fit. Can line up, as a receiver, a little small undersized receiver at 5'9". But Blackshear is really one of those players that you kind of want to have, especially in this draft where it's not as loaded at running back, but it's like more the running backs are probably going to hit or just miss. But getting a skill player like that in the later rounds, it's a gold mine for the Bears. He might not even see the field, but just to have him in your arsenal is great as well. Yo, guys, tell me what you think about the Bears, in their little 5 picks. Bears fan, man, bear down, baby. You know how it is. Anyways, like, comment, and subscribe. Take it easy, all right?